Up next, the Mobil 3,000 meters. And remember the names: Steve Scott, Brian Deemer, and Doug Padilla. Boy, what a field it is. The three fastest Americans ever indoors at 3,000 meters: Scott, Absher, and Padilla.
Picture again your outdoor high school track. It's 7.5 laps, almost the equivalent of the old 2-mile run. It's about a half a lap short.
Padilla, Steve Scott, Brian Absher.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you'll please turn your attention to the awards area.
Oh, what a field we have.
Senior Manager of Corporate Affairs for
A world record. It has stood for a long, long time. Belgium's Emile Poetemans was established in West Berlin in 1973.
The leader right now is John Hinton, who had a fine career as a high school star at Virginia, went on to school and had a very fine career at the University of Virginia. And he is now, was supposed to wrap it in the mile. And Jama Aden was thought to be able to tow the field through a faster pace than eventually happened. But Hinton said, fine, then I'll wrap it, if you'd like, in the 3,000 meter to keep the pace on us. West Ashford is in second place right now. Ashford is a training partner and former college roommate of another man in the race who's run very well this year, Doug Padilla. Brian Absher's in third, Padilla in fourth.
You mentioned Doug Padilla's name. Doug Padilla, 5-time champion, the fastest, second fastest time ever set last year, 7:47.35 behind Saeed Oida. But Larry, I saw Doug Padilla win this race at the Sunkist a few weeks ago in Los Angeles, and I can't ever remember seeing Padilla look so strong this early in the year.
I totally agree with you. The guy, I just couldn't believe what happened afterwards. And, you know, I've tried to do an analysis of the 3,000 meters, Phil, because there's all these different size tracks that the records show. I think he is, that was like the third fastest time ever run on an 11-lap track when you get through trying to measure every other track that faster times have been run on. It was a brilliant performance. He was clear-headed. His voice was light. He was wildly animated afterwards and very comfortable with his performance. He's running right now in fourth place. This is a pretty fast pace.
I'll say he ran another 600 meters after winning the mile. You remember, he took a very brisk 3-lap victory lap at Sunkist. This is McCants on the high jump, 7.8 and he takes the bar down. The Rabbit still out in front, followed by West Ashford. Running right behind him is Brian Absher and Doug Padilla. Now the 3,000 meter run, Larry, a test certainly not only of endurance, but when you look at guys who have the great kicks like Padilla, Steve Scott, and Brian Absher, they turn it into an all-out sprint over the last 200 yards.
Well, it's amazing you can run almost 2 miles and have that type of kick. The high jumpers, I should add, both McCants and Hollis Conway are closing in close to his own American indoor record. McCants, lifetime best outdoors, 7.9 is less than an inch away. So again, the athletes are coming off a wood surface, making the turn. I'm talking about the high jumpers now, and they are coming on a rubber surface, which may help them a bit as we continue to move forward here. 2:08 was the split through the half mile for Hinton, and the athletes are staying right with him. Absher has run brilliantly at 3,000 meters last year and also this year. He showed a better kick. He's in third place right now. Showed a better kick at Sunkist than I've ever seen him show before as he raced Padilla right to the wire, Phil.
It was a tremendous 3,000-meter win 3 weeks ago, a pulsating victory for Doug Padilla. Now, the best time at Milrose established a year ago when the Flying Moroccan, and we saw that race, Larry, Saeed Oida, 7:47.07.
Let me add this. John Hinton deserves a lot of credit. He's doing an excellent job pacing this field. Consistently 64-second quarters he's running. The split for 3 quarters is 3 minutes and 12 seconds. Everybody's comfortable. They're working hard out there because it's such a very honest pace. They're on schedule to go by the mile in 4 minutes, 16 seconds. To show you how good they are, the best high schoolers ran 4:14 plus. These guys will almost run another full mile at the same pace. I think they could hold it. Steve Scott, running comfortably back right now, is in 7th place.
4:10 at the mile.
The pace actually picked up by Hinton. 4 minutes, 10 seconds through the mile.
It is Ashford, followed behind by Absher. Doug Padilla running third, and running fourth is Jerry O'Reilly. And behind him, Brian Deemer, coached by 16-year Michigan assistant Ron Waters. Tell you, watch the guy in the number 3 spot. He is wearing bib number 14, Doug Padilla, 5-time Milrose champion.
Running for Nike International, as is Absher. Ashford and Padilla running first and third, train together, live out in Utah.
And now Absher overtaking Ashford. It is Absher.
Jerry O'Reilly running very comfortably in 4th place, the former Villanova star.
And now Padilla follows teammate Brian Absher into 2nd place. Absher a year ago finished 2nd behind Owita.
Steve Scott struggling a bit, falling off the pace. The pace they ran a 65 quarter mile, 65 second quarter mile, Phil. We have about a half mile to go, a little more than a half.
6 laps to go. Absher, Padilla, O'Reilly, and then Brian Deemer in 4th place, followed in the number 5 spot by Ashford as he begins to fade. But fading badly, Steve Scott, 4th last year. He won the Sun-Kissed Mile less than a month ago over Abdi Bailey.
Scott, unfortunately, trailing back at the top of the screen there in the turn, has been plagued with his legs just feeling badly. Some races he does well, other times he said, I don't understand it. He's run a lot of hard miles over his years brilliantly, well over 100 sub-4-minute miles, and the legs are just not responding sometimes.
Padilla right where he likes to be. He has got a devastating kick when he feels healthy.
Ashford dropping way back here after pushing the pace. Absher in the lead right now, knows with 4 laps to go he has got to try and get away from Doug Padilla in 2nd place. He wants to push the pace as best he can here to take the stinging kick that Doug always seems to have. And O'Reilly in 3rd place is a kicker too, away from them.
Absher, Padilla, O'Reilly, and Jim Farmer running forward. 3 laps to go, and now sliding into the number 2 spot. Here comes Jim Farmer ahead of Padilla.
Looks terrific. Farmer does. He's not known for a blazing kick, and he's pushing the pace too. I'm really impressed with Farmer here. 4:10 first mile, and things haven't let down, everybody. Less than just about 2.5 laps to go.
It is Farmer out in front. Absher sliding into the number 3 spot. O'Reilly and our defending champion, Doug Padilla.
Oh, here we go, folks. Here we go. Look at Padilla wind up.
Now look at him go. Padilla, after his 6th championship here at Milrose, look at Padilla fly.
Wow. A lot of elbowing tonight.
Coming up on the gun lap, Padilla and O'Reilly. And there it is, Padilla with 1 tour of this layout to go.
100 yards to go in the race.
Doug Padilla sailing down the backstretch here in the garden. Absher trying to pull into 2nd place. I don't think he's going to do it. Padilla, 3,000 meters. He has got the victory.
Unofficially, 7 minutes, 44 seconds. Tremendous time for Doug Padilla on an 11-lap track like this. That puts him right up among the 10 fastest times ever run at the distance. Never mind. Amazing performance. Last year's great race with Owita was 7:47. Doug was 3 seconds faster. And on an 11-lap Ford track, only one other man has ever run faster in history on a track like this for 3,000 meters in history. He looks terrific this year, coming back after a relatively weak last couple of years.
Remember, the time still unofficial, but Doug Padilla could care less. He has added the Milrose 3,000-meter run to his sun-kissed victory less than a month ago.
There's the speed that Padilla has. He's run 3:56. Look at the elbowing going on with he and Jerry O'Reilly, but he still kind of tucked his shoulder in, dropped it down, went out to the 3rd lane, and made sure he had control of the race with 1 to go. Watch him just accelerate here. He just slid away from the rest of the field.
You know, it's interesting when you talk to Doug Padilla before a competition, Larry, he never tells you he's feeling great. He never tells you he's on top of the world.
Well, he trains less than most athletes do. You'd be amazed. He puts in 40 miles a week. A lot of distance runners put in 80 to 100, but it works for him. He's a very frail guy, but he says, Larry, I can remain strong and run well there, and run well tonight. He did, Phil.
Tremendous victory for Padilla. 6 Milrose championships.